So I'd originally heard the word encounter a couple times during testimonies at men's group. And so I knew it was something that when it came around again, that I wanted to make myself available to go, and made sure it was a priority. So I went expecting to encounter God. Rebecca was leading a workshop with parents in the room, and some of the things that were discussed was the story of someone who didn't hold their father's hand when they were growing up. So as a child, they were kind of wanting to, but necessarily they didn't have those opportunities, or their father didn't reach out and grab it all the time. And so they kind of carried that with them. It shook me up, and it made me kind of think, what might I be doing unintentionally to my kids as their dad? And I didn't want to mess anything up. And so when we had a prayer time, I was just sort of sitting out at a table and basically allowing the Lord to go through my life. It looked like footage being moved forwards and backwards really quickly. I kind of heard a soft, just sort of phrase, and basically what I heard was this: you still don't know their birth dates. That hit me hard. I realized that perhaps was my not holding one of my kids' hands moment. And I didn't want it to continue. I didn't want it to, be my sort of thing I take to my grave, of that I don't know their birth dates. I mean, I always would come back with certain things about them that nobody could believe I could still remember, perhaps, but deeper than that, I never made a point of memorizing them. As I opened my eyes and wiped more tears away, I looked down at my arm, and that's when I started seeing these blurry numbers, like they were kind of bluish green, and that's where he said, you can put their birth dates right here, and start with your oldest right down to your youngest, and then the day that I showed you, which is the night of the 27th. I never thought I'd come home from Encounter Weekend with a tattoo story. When I look at my arm now, I don't just see birth dates. I see relationships deepening, and I see his loving hand helping me get it right, and helping me not miss something that might be detrimental down the road to one of my kids. And prayers being answered in bits and pieces, and I see God's faithfulness. When we're obedient, or when we make ourselves vulnerable, or take the risk to just wait and listen, the Lord is faithful. And for that, I'm thankful.